Hello. I believe, all things going well, it should be live on YouTube just now from a phone, which hasn't. I think it's something they've just added to YouTube. Yep. I think that's working. Right, there we go. So I've now got this up on my screen so I can see what you guys are looking at. Oh, weird. Anyway, just building this model here. Oh, it's a big hairy arm. It's a bit hard to see. It's got a bit of a funny angle on this one. And I was away last week, so I already started it. I've got the arm done, got the torso done, got the waist done. So just started on the feet. So yep. A wee bit crushed for space today because I recently got a new monitor and the base for this monitor takes up like half my desk. I would move the camera to show you, but it's not very interesting. So I'll just get cracking with this. Right, so it's these parts going together. And it is PC3. Just get here. And that was going like that. And then like that. And then there's caps on the two sides. Just move that out of the way. So it's sort of a late Christmas present, but my girlfriend brought me this Citadel scalpel, which I've been using, which is pretty good. I've been giving it a shot instead of snippers, sorry. And to be honest with you, I think I might prefer it. It might not be perfect for every cut, and there's definitely a bigger risk of you gouging into the plastic when you're cleaning up, but I think if you were to be quite careful when you're trimming bits off, I think it actually leaves a nicer finish on the actual on the thing, on the plastic. It doesn't seem to be getting as stressed, by which I mean sometimes there's little white bits around the part that you've cut where there's some stress, and I think it's where the plastic underneath is being twisted rather than, so you're not cutting off the part that you're going for, you're sort of like wrenching it out or twisting it off kind of thing, which the snippers are aligned, they don't meet up like that. There's one that's sort of higher than the other, so it kind of goes across the top, and they're designed like that on purpose, like it says it on the box, but I don't know if that's great. Well, the guys who are making them probably know about more. Actually, I think they actually mention it on the box itself. Yeah. So you can see they're out of line, and then it clips off apparently. Maybe I'm just using them wrong. That could also well be the case. So if you've got some kind of like hand or arm fesh, this is going to be a great stream for you. I'll try moving this up a wee bit. Just bring that leg Oh. Up, down, up, down. Might be a better view. Might not. Who knows? So I decided to stream this one live. Why did I do that? Just to see how it works. I've not done any streams for a while. Been a bit, I suppose, annoyed with YouTube and their practices. It just seemed like, oh, we only want massive channels to be on our platform, which is fine. But it's just a bit demoralising if you're trying to, you know, make your own channel for them to just move the goalposts. But hey, don't think I was ever going to retire off this. Should have really sanded these, so I think I'll take them off and sand them. That's one off. So I think this is more than likely going to be the thing that stabs me, you know, that I'm constantly afraid of. But we'll see. So yeah, even with using the Citadel stuff, the Citadel scalpel, still want to do a wee bit of sanding because it's almost impossible to get things absolutely clean with cutting or well, yeah, cutting alone. So you'll probably need some sanding tools. Still using these Ultimate sanders. They're absolutely amazing. I tried washing them, which is what they recommend to like clean off all the, you know, particulate that gets stuck in them from sanding, and they've worked perfectly since then. So I was a little bit worried that after sanding them they might not work as well. They still work perfectly. No. There we go, that's one of the feet done. Just move you over here a bit, so you get less of my hand and more of what I'm doing. Oh, now you can see my Los Campesinos t-shirt. You might not be a fan. What's that? That's okay. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera when I do this. I'm looking at the live feed, so I'm getting like, I don't know, 5-second delay or something like that on there. I've also not done one of these for a while because I was finding it hard to talk constantly for the duration. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not hard to talk, but I just didn't find it very... I mean, for me, this is, you know, half about building a cool model and another half just sort of chilling out and doing something sort of not super practical but semi-practical with my hands. because a lot of the stuff I do in my day job is somewhat ephemeral. Such is the nature of internet technology, or information technology even. Oh, right. Oh, where did that go? It flew off this way. I might not do that, bro. But that sounds great. It's just my desk banging against the wall because it's not sitting in properly. I had to move it to accommodate this massive monitor I've got. Yeah, that's fine. Right. I don't know what it looks like to you, but I think I might have bent the tip of this already. Oh, no, you can't focus on that. Just right at the tip. Oh well, whatever. It does come with some extra blades. Let's actually see how many blades there are. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blades. So 6 blades in total, including the one that's already in there. It's not too bad. I bought some like a set of craft blades from Amazon before, which are here. Can't really recommend these because they don't. Most of them don't seem particularly sharp, which was a bummer. And I don't really want to. I suppose I could buy like a whetstone or something and sharpen it myself, but who's the time for that? I mean, I probably do have a bit of time to build Gundams, but that's not the point. The point is I don't want to. Should maybe try and get some music playing, but I'm not sure what I can and can't play music wise. I feel like if I was a professional streamer or something, I would know a bit more about what is cool to play in the background and what's not, but I'm not. The soothing sounds of sanding. It's like a whale song for weirdos. I'll look out for my new album, Whale Song for Weirdos. It's on iTunes and all respectable music services. And I think that's our feet done. Oh yeah, what I didn't point out earlier is this hand is actually swappable. Comes with a gun arm and a normal grabby arm, which I think is pretty cool. This model has tons of little bits like that. It's actually a really, really cool model, and actually quite a bit more detailed than most other high grades I've built, which is cool. I don't remember it costing anymore, but then again I did buy, you know, something like 5 models at the same time, so it might have been more expensive than a normal one, who knows. Let's do left leg. You up here. Right. D1 6, D1 zip 6. It's a left-handed cut there, that could have went really bad. So I think they must account for people building their models this way, because they seem to put most of the kind of nub mark parts on bits that you can sort of shave a bit off, or you know, there's sort of flat surfaces that you could use a file for. There's, I suppose, maybe on some of the smaller parts that's not going to be an option, but for most of the parts that I've been cutting today, that seems to be the thing. Those artists at the Gundam company, which is Bandai. Do 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 do. So after I build this, I'll only have 3 Gundams in my pile of shame. That'll be good, pretty good. The pile of shame is getting pretty high. I've not bought any for a while, but I've also not built any for a while, so. Shameful stuff. Together. Cool. Okay, good. Right, A20, A21. Really? Yeah, okay. Just these 2 here don't look to be a pair, but I suppose they've got different designs on each of them, so okay. Okay. Bad. Sort of, you know, those cuts I just did there with a pair of snippers takes a bit of time to get them out of, well, no, not a lot of time, but a wee bit of time to get them into position over the next nub part. So we're able to just move a single blade around slightly faster as well. It could just be this particular type of plastic. I've definitely, well, you know, through the history of this channel, which isn't very long, I've definitely seen some plastics that cut better with different techniques or, you know, different ways of doing it, or sanding and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm somewhat hesitant after changing my mind so many times about the best way to do whatever thing it is, to kind of recommend stuff too forcefully. But if you treat everything I say as just the best way I've found yet, then I think you'll probably be alright. Right, now I need PC11. Always bums me out when I pick up this thing, because I feel like there's shitloads of stuff still on it. But it looks like after I've done 2 of these legs, oh crap, that'd be the body finished, which is pretty good. Oh, falling over. There you go, you're back up again. You're welcome. So now this groove here. This bit comes in like that, presumably. Oh, tight. Okay, yep. Let's prepare. You get a better idea of what I'm doing with my hands over here. Yeah, okay, cool. And a slight view of my moob, but hey, that's what you're paying for, right? Right, D9, D10. 10. Bit off here. Trying to shape a completely spherical part there, which isn't very easy. Let me tell you. It was like a GoPro, like attached to my head, would probably be the thing for this kind of content, but buy a fucking GoPro. Although I've seen like kind of cheapish ones on whatchamacallit. It wasn't eBay, maybe it was Amazon. Kind of knockoffy type GoPro things, but I don't make these videos that often, and you know, I don't think people are really following along too closely at home. There we go, that's most of the leg done. Nice articulation on this as well. It's double jointed, so it bends like that, and then when it gets to there, bends again, so presumably this guy can go down on his knees. And so just reviewing the footage as it was coming in there, and realised that my hand was directly in the way of anything. So that's quite handy in terms of filming, is being able to see exactly what's going on. This means that I can correct my mistakes live as opposed to never correct them at all. 9 and 10. It's 10. So what happened there is, while pushing on the model to get a good grip to cut it, this part here snapped, but that's fine, that part was coming off anyway, but it wouldn't have been good. This is going to be an internal part, so it doesn't actually matter, but if it was one of these parts that's going to be on show, it might have had a stress fracture there, so I need to be slightly careful about that going forward. The part of this model that's made out of yellow plastic seems not too bad in terms of, well, because the yellow is quite light anyway, you don't really notice if there's any white parts. Not that there's any, this is a perfect model now. But the other part of the model that's made out of this grey stuff kind of really highlights if there's any stress in it, so. Oh, you've got a beardy chin there, brilliant. It's maybe a bit too high. Oh. A little bit too low. A little bit too medium. We'll try it there. Oh, very nearly cut myself there. When they say that you shouldn't cut towards yourself, they probably are referring to cutting towards yourself when your finger's literally 2 centimeters away from the blade, right? trying to think if there's anything I can recommend to you on YouTube while we're here. I've been watching a guy called Alex Steele. That's Steele with an E at the end. Who is like, it's one of these channels that the guy has a really annoying like persona and personality and stuff like that, but the content's actually pretty good. He does like videos about forging armor and not armor, weapons and stuff like that, like, you know, like a sword or something stupid. But it's actually just quite good to watch, despite not really having any kind of, well, it's not something I will be doing anytime soon, but still somehow quite engaging. No, that's how that goes. So maybe give him a watch if you're looking for something new to see. He did an actually pretty good video of him repairing one of his bits of equipment that had got damaged. What was it? It was like a programmable drill press thing, I think it was. And he kind of took it all apart, and took it all to bits, cleared it out, replaced the bit that had broken, and stuff like that. It was kind of interesting just to see somebody do that kind of thing, because it's not, you know, very much doubt anybody's ever made a YouTube video about, well, sorry, I should speak out of turn. I doubt anybody's made a YouTube video that was sort of made with normal people in mind, about sort of taking a drill press apart and rebuilding it. And he's like, you know, he's not like a professional guy, he's actually quite young as well. But yeah, maybe give that drill press video specifically a watch. But he's one of these, like, as soon as he speaks his voice is at 11 type dudes, so he's like, what's up guys, blah, 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 blah. Which I mean, I'm obviously one of those as well, so I can't really speak kind of, but but yeah, you have to kind of push through that part of it to get to the part where you're like, oh, you're actually doing something pretty cool. But fair play to him, he looks like he's doing well enough out of it. Kind of wish I had a workshop like that, that'd be cool. But I think he's like a blacksmith, or an apprentice blacksmith or something like that. Maybe just as a rich parents who can afford to build a blacksmith's workshop for him and have him tell about it on YouTube. That'd be cool too. Not wrong with that. Yeah, and also I've been getting lots of recommendations for this guy Skull something. He's like a Canadian dude who does videos about medieval weapons. It's weird. Like, I think it's probably because I've been watching this Alex Steele's videos, because he's making sort of broadswords and shit like that. But yeah, Skull something seems alright as well. I've not watched too much of his stuff, just one or two. Seems like I don't want to be mean or anything like that, but it seems like a bit of a strange dude, but like in a cool way, not like a murder in your sleep way, hopefully. Just like a likeable oddball. Like he does these, like people will send him weapons, or he gets his own, orders them on his own weapons, and then he goes out to what appears to be like a what you call it, storage lot, and then he gets like a ballistic gel dummy that he's the one I was watching today shoved like a bunch of stuff inside of it because he was like, I was running out of ballistics gel, so chucked like yogurt pot and stuff like that just to fill up the volume so that he wasn't using so much gel. So there's all this random shit inside the flipping, what am I thinking? The dummy. And then he was like cutting it up with this weird kind of hammer thing, which was, you know, was entertaining enough. I watched it. Not too proud to say that I did. Right, cool. Almost finished this leg. I think the aim for this video is to finish both legs, and then I'll do a follow-up video with the weapons, because there's actually quite a lot of weapons. I don't know if you remember back to the picture, there's tons of stuff, but it's a bit difficult. I don't want to mess up my instructions, so I'm not going to show you them just now. You'll just have to wait. I also got way into PUBG Mobile for like a week, but now I'm out again. Looks like people have started to get good at it, so why would I want to play a game where I have to actually be good? The first week or so, like, everybody was terrible because they were all trying to figure out the controls, which admittedly took a little bit of getting used to. But now people are sort of getting half decent. It's just, you know, the controls are fiddly enough to where, you know, if I'm not getting the instant gratification of winning every time, then why would I want to do that? It's quite good. You know, if you literally can't play the game any other way, it's a fine way to play it. It's also free, which seems cuckoo bananas as far as I'm concerned. I could definitely be charging for it, but fair play to them for not. They probably looked at a graph somewhere and said, we should probably just not charge for this and then figure out some way to monetize it later. Or treat it like... Well, actually, no, they probably looked at Fortnite being free and said, shit. That's the same game as ours with a little bit more stuff in it. It's free. So how do we charge for this? And we don't charge for it. Right, well... Shantimes. Cool. That's the left one done. Let me just cut everything I need to cut out of this and do it slightly out of order. Yeah. This can only go poorly. Why is the left leg significantly better than the right leg? Well, turns out, do it quickly, you can do it well. One of these was done quickly, one was done well. So I also decided to download, almost got myself there, Deathwing, which is the Warhammer 40k Space Hulk game. And it's not great. I think they're a way to do an enhanced version soon with better textures or something like that. But to be honest with you, the textures don't seem to be the problem with the game. It's actually just a bit too clunky to play. I don't know. It's a bit like Left 4 Dead, and I never really liked Left 4 Dead that much. Even when I was playing it with other people, which is like any game can be half decent if you play it with other people, but even then I was sort of always like, I wish I was playing something better than Left 4 Dead. It's just the fact that if you were doing really well, the game would be like, you know what, I can see that you're doing really well, so I'm just going to fuck you up. And then even if you were doing poorly, it would still be like, well, I know I meant to go easy on you, but I just feel like fucking you up, so let's fuck you up. Right. Let's get the internals for the leg cut. But yeah, I really like Warhammer and Space Marines and shit like that, so I really wanted to like the game. You know, I'll probably need to give it. I've only played the single player campaign, to be fair, so I might give it a shot online. But it's been out so long now, I don't know if it's one of these games that has a community that's like, you're not playing it right. You're meant to do X. Hopefully not. Speaking of shit community, so I was playing Rainbow Six Siege earlier. They've got like some kind of zombie mode in it just now, which seemed fun enough. But I was playing it with another two people. We weren't talking or anything like that. I generally can't be bothered chatting to people on in games, using in-game chat or anything like that. But like we were doing alright. We got to like the third level. I don't know how many levels there are in a given scenario, but we got to the third one. And right at the start of the third one, we all died, and one guy just quit. And I was like, well, I've got all the way to the third one. Like, can you not just maybe hang about a bit and see if we can do it the second time? Like, don't just quit the first time everybody dies. Like, come on, man. Have a little bit of staying power. As if like you dying once is like, well, that's it, game over. I'm just never gonna like. Yeah, I've also never really played the proper 5v5 version of that either. I've just played Terrorist Hunt or whatever. I find the shooting quite difficult in it. I like killing people to be not as easy as I would like. You can like shoot people in the body about 50 times, but then it'll show you the bots like shooting you and they just aim straight for your head. Which, is that good or bad? Well, it's bad for you. Don't know if it's good for the game. Almost cut something off that wasn't a nub there, just kind of looked nub-esque. yeah, I must say I'm quite enjoying the kind of shaving off parts rather than. You can get it relatively flushed in this. You're not going to do a massive bit of shaving, still a little bit, you know, you're not getting away from shaving, sanding completely. Just realised I was sanding a bit that's going to be almost completely obscured by the inside, by the yellow stuff on the outside, so I'll just no do that. Also can't put this bar together yet. Oh no, okay. So glue that on the bottom, all the way around. Like so. And then so A21, A19. It's probably A2 because I've got the A1s at this point. A2. Oh fuck, that's not. Do seem to have to be quite delicate when you're cutting, just to not slip in and cut another bit in. I can't see it because I've sort of buffed it out, but there's a wee scratch just up there where I'd gouged it. But that's fine. It's just a secret between us girls. Still also watching like sort of 40-minute Vine compilations. I just can't fucking help myself. They're always on my front page, like, Vines that help cure my depression, Vines that help stop me from ending it all, stuff like that. And just every so often I'll sit and I'll just watch one. It's the same, 20 Vines, 30 Vines that I've seen on every other compilation. But still some really good ones in there. I think my all-time favourite Vine has to be the one with the girl, she's standing in front of a bunch of ducks or geese or something like that, and she's like, "Look at all these chickens." brilliant. Every time, cracks me up. I wonder where she is now. Chicken girl. Oh Jesus, it's almost done. Sweet. Just need the wee front bit, and that'll be him ready to stand on his own 2 legs. Cut it there. Oh, it's on this one. Oh yeah. This one also came with its own wee stand, which they don't usually come with. The action stands, which is what I've got most of my other guys on, are sold separately and they cost, you know, a couple of quid or whatever. So I was also like, wow, it's a fucking cool ass model. Comes with its own stand.